All right, man. Salute to everybody for tapping on in. Y'all press one if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all press one if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check 1 2 1 2. Salute to everybody that's in the building. And we're gonna get right into the funk of this video today and talk about this situation with Umar Johnson and the situation going on with Umar. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me. All right, bet that, bet that. So we're gonna talk about the situation going on with Umar Johnson this morning. Uh, all yesterday, Umar Johnson have been getting it, man, bro. People have been going in on him, from the community online. Uh, he has been getting all kind of backlash based off of his current situation going on with, uh, the school. I mean, not the school, but the school has something to do with it, but the donations, right? Umar basically went on live and basically said that his accounts have been frozen and that he is broke and he needs people to give him money and support him so he can, you know what I'm saying? He said he ain't got no bread. And so he's telling people that, look, if you're going to donate to the school, donate to the PayPal, not the Cash App. Just things he's been saying, right? So a lot of people been going in on Umar the last couple days. They have been absolutely, you know, man, slamming Umar Johnson. This has been a slamboree fest on Dr. Umar Johnson, and they have not been holding up on this. They have not been, pulling no punches on Umar. Now, basically, the situation goes like this with Umar Johnson. A lot of people have soured on Umar because a lot of people say that, bro, I've seen a lot of people say, listen, you've been getting donations for over a decade and never opened a school, uh, you know, and people saying that he's a grifter. People saying he's stealing money. He stole all the money that was donated for the school. you know, Me personally, I think this. I think Umar had a great idea when he came out to try to do the school. I think that Umar probably tried to do too much on his own and got in some trouble and couldn't do everything the way he thought he was going to do it on his own. That's just my personal thoughts. You know, the reason why I said that is because he does have the building. He does have things inside the building. I just think, me personally, that he got in way too over his head or tried to do a lot of this stuff on his own and not, bringing in formal people. And then what happens is when you did that, he lost, I guess, the confidence of a lot of the big donors and people who were, you know, who were going to give or who could have given big donations to help him hire the proper people to do it right. I think Umar wanted to do it all by himself or all his way. And I don't think he wanted anybody else involved to kind of tell him, bro, do it like this, do it like this, you need to do it like this, you need to do it like that. I don't think Umar was trying to hear none of that. You know what I mean? And that's just what I think. I don't think that Umar started the school to grift people. Why would you go ahead and get a whole school, put all the stuff in the school if you had no intention on trying to open the school? I don't believe that. I truly believe that Umar Johnson, was had an intention on opening the school, but I think that Umar thought that people were going to continue to just give him all the donations and not be able to have no say, ask no questions. All that rubbed people the wrong way. When people donate money to you, they feel like they got a right to ask you questions about things. You know what I'm saying? This fool about to get hit. This fool about to get hit. Hold on, y'all. He about to get hit. What the hell is this idiot doing? Bruh, you about to back into ongoing traffic on a highway, dog. I wish I could show y'all this guy in front of me, man. This guy's in a pickup truck trying to go full speed. He's caught in a ditch. And he's trying to back out full speed into oncoming traffic in a highway. I'm talking about back out. What the hell is he doing? To the person who says I'm trying to defend Umar, you haven't heard anything I've said. You must not know my stance with Umar Johnson. My stance with Umar has always been, why haven't you opened a school? I'm telling you what I think the truth is. I think the truth is that Umar wanted to open a school. I think the truth is that Umar wanted to do this by himself. Yo, man, don't hit my shit, bro. Hold on, y'all. Yo, yo. Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. Oh, y'all, my bad. About to say, man, they about to hit my shit, bro. Boy, we about to have a whole different situation. That nigga came within about a centimeter of hitting my shit. But anyways, though, my bad, y'all. So what I was saying is, you gotta listen to what I'm saying to y'all, right? First of all, here's my thing. And see, this is the problem when you have people on YouTube that don't want to finish listening to what you got to say. Somebody want to come in the chat room, run their mouth. Oh, you sound like you're taking up for this grip to shut. No, you're rolling. Shut your damn mouth when the great one is talking. Shut up and listen to me finish talking first. How the hell are you going to surmise something I'm saying when I ain't even finished giving out my statement yet on what I think? I'm telling you what the hell I think. I think Umar Johnson had an intention to get to school. He got to school. He got all the stuff inside the school. I think Umar Johnson thought that people were going to donate money to him, and they wasn't going to be able to ask no questions about how he was going to use it. I think when people saw that, the big donors backed out. That's why he wasn't getting no big donors no more like that. Cause they like, dog, if you ain't finna show us how you working this and what you doing with this and what you doing with that, and just saying just give me the money, now everybody thinks that you grifting. Everybody thinks that you just stealing the bread. That's what I think happened. I think Umar ego took over. He wanted to do everything by himself, and to me, he wasn't built to do everything by himself. And I think that caught him in years of trouble. So then he has to try to back out of that trouble by telling everybody, and look, man, help me some more, to get out of trouble, which he wouldn't have had if he would have listened to people that was around him in the first place that told him, hey, look, you might need this person, that person that's experienced to help you with these situations. Right? So my point is, I don't think Umar started his mission trying to steal money. I don't. I think Umar is a bad manager of money. I think Umar had a good intention on what he was trying to do. And I think Umar is hard-headed, don't want to listen to nobody around him, and thought he could do it all by himself. That's what I thought. Right? So now it looks like he's a grifter because now him doing it the way he wanted to do it has backfired. This is what happens when you think you know it all. When people were telling Umar, hey man, look, hey Umar, give all these things. I'm gonna say this again, Umar, let these people help you who are experiencing this. And he's like, I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. Or when you seen people who were donating to Umar, whether they was donating $100, $200, $300, and Umar telling them, they asking Umar, yo, Umar, how you using the money? He telling them, hey, don't say that to me. That rubs people the wrong way. These are the same people that's giving to you, that's helping you, that's supporting you. Now, here's the problem Umar gonna run into. People are gonna say, Umar, but that money that you were getting on donations wasn't for you. That was for the school. So how are you personally broke? How are you personally broke if that was money that was supposed to be for the school, Umar Johnson? That's money for the school, Playboy. The school. Not you, the school. Right? I'm going to say it again. To the person who said I must have supported him, I never donated to the school with Umar Johnson. So to the person who said in the comment section, no, you're a liar. I never donated to the school for Umar Johnson. I never donated to the school for Umar Johnson. So, and I'll say that out loud. I have never donated to the school for Umar Johnson. I'm telling you what I said right here in the cut and watched. Right? I watched this man go online and get into arguments with his daughter. I watched this man go online and talk about this woman calling her a throat goat and fishy, all this other stuff. That's not cool. People ain't going to be respecting you when you moving like that and you're supposed to be in a leadership position. What's wrong with these people on YouTube? I can't even give y'all an honest opinion while people coming up in here running their mouth. I'm going to say it once again. Umar's problem is people are going to say, hey, Umar, yo, how are you broke when people were supposed to be donating money for the school, not you? So what was that? What was going on with all the, what's the situation that there's issues with the money for the school, but you're saying you're personally broke? That's supposed to be two whole different entities, your business and your personal. See what I'm saying? Which lets you know that Umar Johnson ain't good with money. Which lets you know that Umar Johnson did not listen and have the right people around him. How do I know? I followed some of this stuff. The things that they was talking about with the construction of the school and certain things and certain people that he needed to put in place to do certain things. Umar wanted to do it his way. When you're dealing with other people's money, right? They have a right to ask you, hey man, listen, bro, what did you do this to? And then you can tell them, right? So I'm telling y'all this right now. Umar made a mistake because he talked down to people that were supporting him, right? He talked down to people that gave small donations to help support him. And he alienated the people at first that was giving him big donations because of transparency as far as what was going on with the school, right? See, here's what I'm telling y'all. It would have been different if Umar Johnson would have took the donations. There was never no school. There was never no classrooms. There was never no materials, never no nothing. Umar got all that. He got the schools, he got the school, he got the classroom, he got the materials. We're all asking why the school ain't open. He keeps talking about work needs to be done. But all this time, people have been telling Umar, yo, you need this, you need that. He didn't want to listen to nobody, right? So my whole thing is that Umar Johnson had a good idea, but he's the wrong person to push the idea because he's a bad money manager. And he didn't want to take the advice of people who were genuinely trying to help him, not control what he wanted to do. I think Umar Johnson wanted to do something and say that it was completely him and his idea and what he wanted to do, not somebody else putting the money. Because, you know, when some people put big money in, they're going to say, hey, man, I'm going to have a say in this. I think Umar wanted everybody to donate the money and him had a final word on everything that was going to happen with that money. That ain't going to happen with people all the time that's giving you big bread and big donations. That's why you had a lot of those big ball players back out, right? And then I think once Umar started getting in trouble or started like getting in a hole, that made things worse. That pushed the date back farther. He wasn't doing the things and getting the things done he was supposed to. Now you look worse as a person. Now you got arguments going on with your daughter. Now you got all of this other stuff going on, right? And I watch Umar sit on there and talk down on people who gave him $10 and $20 donations. This is the reason why people don't look at him in good faith. Somebody give you $1 donation. That's one more dollar than what you had in help of that school. Umar need to analyze himself and how he approached people, talked to people, how he came off at the same people who were supporting him and his cause. That's what he need to do. He always going on platforms talking about somebody else and what they ain't doing, this, that, and the third, but he need to analyze himself and how he was moving in that situation. And that's what I think the truth is. I don't think Umar started this as a scam to take people's money. Because if that was the case, he'd have never got no school. He'd have never had no school supplies, never had any of this. I think Umar thought he was smarter than everybody else in the room. And once he got the money, he thought he was going to do it all on his own, how he wanted to do it. And then he found out, nah, it's not going to happen like that, Playboy. Because I feel like once he got to one thing, then he seen another thing that he didn't do. Then he seen that, then it was another thing he didn't do. Why? Because he didn't listen to the right people, didn't have the right people. He didn't have the discernment to listen to the people that was around him trying to tell him, look, this is what you need to do, dog. This is what happens when you have a ultra ego. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So me personally, I just think that, Dr. Umar Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, he is going to get a lot of criticism because he have went around, done all these speaking events, all these things. What happened to all that bread, bro? What you doing with all that bread? People going to ask that question. But if you ask me the idea of the school, I don't think he's lying about the idea of him wanting. I think he really wanted to do the school. I think that Umar did it all wrong. And I think that Umar did it all wrong because Umar is a dude that's very prideful. He want to do everything on his own. Sometimes you find out the hard way when you want to do everything. Because I think Umar wanted to do the school and didn't want nobody else telling him that he wanted the money, but he didn't want you, the same people that gave him the money, he didn't want them having no input on how he needed to execute those ideas. That's what I think the problem was. And I think once that added up, he started getting that foot in his ass when he started learning all these different things he needed for the school, he thought he was on point. He thought he knew it all. And I think every corner he turned, he found out it was more than what he thought, which is why you always need professionals and people in those areas when you're trying to do things and pull off something that big. You always need experienced people in those areas. These are all facts. All facts. Right? Now, back to what I was saying about the other stuff. All of the events that Umar have done, all the interviews Umar have done, all these things that Umar have done. You're not going to tell me he put all that money to the school. Where that money at, man? He's a bad manager of money. You can tell he is. If he ain't got no money after doing all of these engagements, like I said before, he ain't the dude that need to be leading to get no school. That's my thoughts about it. That's my thoughts about it. Right? And so Umar's going to have to show a lot of transparency going forward for anybody to want to support him, man. He's going to have to start showing, because remember, when people was asking him for them receipts, he didn't even want to show that. He didn't want to show the receipts. He didn't want to show none of that shit. Like where he was spending the bread. You know, people was trying to throw rumors at him saying that he was spending it on food. You know what I'm saying? People were saying that his house was junky and messy. You know what I'm saying? They were saying all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like I said, Umar, again, man, you know, he gonna have to check that with his own people, because now it's gonna be hard for anybody to trust you, because all them engagements he had, all that stuff he was getting and racking up bread on, for him to say he ain't got no money, personally he broke, bruh, where was the money going? If Umar ain't riding around here in Lambos, if he ain't got $1 million mansions, where was all the money going? That shit couldn't have been going to DoorDash. Man. So, you know, y'all gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody going in on this dude, man. I mean, bro, listen. When you talk to the people the way he was talking to them, he gonna get heat. The way Umar was talking to all them people, man, they on his helmet, man. You know what I mean? And he gotta accept that. He can't do nothing but accept that. The way he was talking to people, because I saw Umar, the way Umar was talking to people. He was talking to people that was supporting him and donating to his stream crazy. I'm like, what? People was sending Umar, like, you know how some people ain't got it like that, but they still want to show you love, bro. And they want to support you. People sending him $5. And he was talking down on people that was sending him small donations. I seen him talking shit about the person who sent him, like somebody sent him a $10 donation. And he was telling them, oh, this ain't enough right here. Huh? What you mean? Bro, you don't know people's financial situation? So when anybody give you anything, show any kind of support, it's always love. Because somebody that sends you $2 donation, $3 donation, that's $3 more than what you had in supporting you or your cause. See what I'm saying? And when you do that, you turn people the wrong way, man. You make people not want to rock with you, bro. And then you go and you talking about everybody else and talking about what this one don't need to be doing and that one snow bunnies and that one snow bunnies. But bro, you got your own issues going on. You got your daughter out here going off. You got people that have committed whole YouTube channels to just talking shit about you every single day. You got this girl that's going off that you calling a throat goat or whatever you saying. That's that. Like he shouldn't even. A guy in his position shouldn't even be talking like that about no shorty. You shouldn't even be hearing about his private situation like that in public. You calling her fishy and all that other stuff. How you think other chicks gonna feel that have supported you? That like I said, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's just my thoughts, man. I don't think dude tried to come in to take people shit just from using a school as an excuse. Because if that's the case, he'd have never got to school. He'd have never had the school, none of that shit. He'd have never put himself in a situation where he had to pay all that shit. I think that the dude came in, and I thought he could do something, and he thought it was easier than what it was. And when he found out it wasn't, and when he started getting in the hole, is when he started messing up. That's when people who was really big donors at first started backing away from him. He stopped getting those big donations and stuff like that from those ball players and all those other people, and then it got ugly for him. That's exactly what I think happened. And now I think he's trying to recover from this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I think that he made mistakes along the way, and obviously he made big mistakes on managing his money. Because if you ain't got no money, bruh, and you've been doing all of these things, all of these speaking engagements, all of these interviews, all of these things, I'm just saying, bro, like, people not gonna feel bad for you, bro. Especially when you braggadocious like that. Like, he real braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? People not gonna feel bad for you when you down. Cause like, I don't never want to laugh at nobody while they down. Everybody in this chat room don't had a moment when they was down financially. Ain't nobody gonna walk around here and act like they, unless you just grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. Real talk. I don't feel good when I see niggas down like that. Any nigga that I know that's down like that, I never speak about their business in the public. Right? But if I knew they was down, it ain't nothing for me to, I don't laugh at that shit. Because that can happen to anybody. Like, you could be down and out. But the thing with Umar is, Umar didn't think about the other people who might have been down and out and still supported him. Shout out to D-Hug all day. Salute to you. Appreciate it, man. Much love to you for the donation. I salute to you. That's what I think it is with Umar. So Umar gotta look at it like that too. Like, bro, you ain't even think about those people's situations. Think about them people who really didn't have it, but believed in what you was believing in, and still gave you $5 or $10, and you talked about them bad. Them videos are still out there, bro. So now when you saying that now, people are gonna look at you completely different. When you admitting that you in a bad situation, they're gonna look at you like, oh nah, not the all high and mighty. They be running around here talking about telling everybody what they need to do and what they ain't doing, and talking shit about people who ain't give him big donations. Everybody ain't got that shit. A lot of people out here struggling for real, bro. And I don't never like to see that. I don't never like to see that. You know? I think Umar's a very knowledgeable brother. Very good speaker. Understand all that stuff, but I just think that he, you know, I think he got into too way over his head and what he thought he could do. That's exactly what I think happened. And I think because of that now, you're seeing what the results is right now. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all definitely got to let me know what y'all feel on this whole situation, man. You know what I'm saying? I pray for the brother, man, because we always supposed to pray for brothers like that when they going through instances like that, regardless of whether you like them or not like them, or whether you know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. Because at any day of the week, this could be anybody that's going through that type of situation. You feel me? And he knew it was going to, I mean, listen, bro. When you come online and say you broke like that in front of everybody, bro, and with your history and the way you talk to people gonna feel away. That's why a lot of people I'm seeing online, they don't have no compassion for that dude. Because of how, and hopefully he learned a lesson from that. He learned that all the people that supported you, dog, that gave you $5, $1, $10, $15, that you won't talk down on them going forward. You won't disparage them because they didn't give you more money. That's like if somebody came to anybody's network and wanted to support them, and they said, "Look, looking at my budget, I ain't even," because a lot of Americans are struggling. I don't know what Umar be thinking about. We don't went through a recession, all kind of stuff. See what I'm saying? And so when you think about that, and you think about all the people that's struggling, man, some people needed them $10 they gave Umar, but they gave it to him off the strength of love, bro. Off the strength they wanted to see the nigga be successful. You understand what I'm saying? So then when you sit up there and you talking about him, and you talking about, oh yeah, you talking about the fact that they ain't send you a big enough donation, like, to me, that burnt a lot of his blessings right there. That burnt a lot of his blessings right there, right? So again, man, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, man. And I don't think it's funny to laugh at nobody that's broke, because you know God, He can give you things that the way He give it to you, He can take it away from you. So that's why when you wake up, you always say thank you, and you're appreciative for what you have, because there's some people that don't have no parts of that. And I think Umar made a mistake, because when the people was given to him, people that didn't even have, but they believed in him and they wanted to show him love and support him, he talked down on some of them people with them donations. And the videos online, bro. And sometimes God will strip you down in front of the world and make you pull you down to your knees in front of the world to show you, bro. Right? So you guys, like I said before, man, you know, hopefully everybody understand the situation and what's at hand. Hopefully Umar will learn better from this. I hope that he make it through his situation. I believe he will. You know what I mean? Um, but like I said, man, sometimes, man, it is good to get help. Sometimes people around you, you should take their advice and allow them to help and assist you, and not think that you know it all and you can do it all. It's not gonna happen like that. Because I remember I was watching those videos when people was telling him, "Hey, man, look, we can get you this, that." He didn't want to do. He wanted to do it by himself. He didn't want to listen. And then when people was questioning him, people who gave him money was questioning him or trying to give him suggestions. He was still talking down. I saw the videos. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all definitely let me know what y'all feel, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think, man. I pray for the brother, and I hope the best for the brother. You know what I'm saying? And I pray that if he have anything that he's in the wrong in, that he turn that around and get that right. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, because he got a lot of stuff he got coming. He got his daughter out here talking crazy. He got the lady out here that's saying all this stuff about him, man. You know what I'm saying? This is sometimes when God puts you in this area, He puts you in a reality check type of situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.